Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154. I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh man.
You go to you'll fight Gervonta at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. And everybody at the clue, I mean, with him.
Same question for you. You're a proud father.
There are levels in the boxing game, and Terence "Bud" Crawford just reminded the world where he stands. In a new live interview, Crawford did not throw subtle shade at Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He delivered a direct message that caught everyone off guard. What began as a relaxed sit-down quickly turned into a serious call-out. Crawford openly questioned Tank's recent performances, his public image, and the credibility of his latest victory.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent.
Mm.
If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Mm. Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth shit. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude. You know?
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. I don't like.
It's not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him.
Mm.
No, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's, you know, using what he got to shield him.
Mm.
You know, like, he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, you know what I mean, he's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely got skills, he got power, he got tremendous boxing ability, but like his core personality and his ways.
Y'all, this is more than simple fight talk. This is a clear statement. Terence "Bud" Crawford made it obvious. He sees the hype. He hears the noise. He is not buying any of it. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been avoiding real danger. Crawford just sparked the entire lightweight division. If you thought the tension between them was gone, think again. Let us break this down, because what Crawford said, what he suggested, and the way he delivered it completely shook the room.
You said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, the last fight you want to go out on. Like, who? Do you have anybody in mind?
No, I'm saying, no, I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight.
You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I'm not going to tell you.
Is it Lomachenko?
Who?
Somebody asked Lomachenko.
No.
All right.
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Who?
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Yeah.
Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
He's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's not even worth it. Anyway, got to fight somewhere else and prove himself, and then, like, you feel me? You know how they got UFC and like the underground shit? You gotta fight on the underground shit and then get that.
You gotta go to the G League.
You have an idea?
The first bombshell dropped when the host mentioned Gervonta "Tank" Davis' previous claim that Terence "Bud" Crawford needs the money. You could see Crawford's reaction immediately. He looked confused and unimpressed. Then he fired back with a reality check. Everyone needs money. Nobody fights for free. This was never just about cash. Crawford was calling out the hypocrisy. If money is the topic, then Tank is not sitting on the Forbes billionaire list either. Both men are prize-fighters chasing legacy and a paycheck. So the question becomes why Tank acts like he is above it all. The tension did not stop there. When the interviewer asked how Crawford would feel if Gervonta Tank Davis moved up to 154 to fight him, Crawford did not hesitate. He said he wished him the best. That was not support. That was a dismissal. The message was clear. Crawford is not chasing Tank. If Tank wants that challenge, he needs to level up quickly. At 154, the fight becomes a completely different animal. From Crawford's response, it is obvious he does not take that situation seriously at all.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
He brought up the moment Tank took a knee. Something that should have counted as a knockdown, and he questioned how it was allowed to slide. On top of that, Crawford called out the bizarre moment when Tank Team walked up to the apron mid-fight and wiped grease from his eyes. That is not just suspicious. That is a clear procedural violation. Crawford made sure everyone watching understood that. Even more wild, Crawford indirectly called out the referee. He pointed out how Steve Willis started the count then suddenly stopped. It almost looked like someone backstage told him to pause. This is no longer just boxing talk. This sounds like corruption.
And then you see he go to the apron and this guy come up to the top of the ring. Well, he's like, hold on, what's going on?
I'm just as confused as you. I said, huh? I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And Steve Willis a great referee.
He is.
And he started counting, then stopped
it.
Like they said, hey, you better stop counting. Oh.
Wow.
Hey, don't do that again.
Crawford said it plainly. Without the knockdown, Tank would not have won. He gave the edge to Lamont Roach. That is not something you expect to hear from a fellow elite fighter. This only proves how real Crawford is. He is not playing politics. He is not protecting clout. He is giving the raw truth. According to him, Tank looked overconfident. He did not take Roach seriously, and that arrogance almost cost him the fight.
Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinsky scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Everybody thought Gervonta Davis was going to walk through Lamont Roach like it was just another payday and a highlight reel knockout and another flashy post-fight flex. But Lamont flipped the script from round 1. He came with pressure and precision and zero fear. The fighter who was supposed to be an easy tune-up ended up giving Tank one of the toughest nights of his career. Now let us talk about that 9th round. The moment that had everyone on the edge of their seat came when Tank took a knee after a sharp right hand and a body combo. That was not a slip. That was not a stumble. That was a tactical collapse, and it looked like a clear knockdown.
How is this not a knockdown? Tank Davis was just exposed, man. What is going on in the sport of boxing, man? KDB Sports and Entertainment.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that.
And it was not just Terence "Bud" Crawford calling it out. Major boxing figures like Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya went to social media saying the same thing. That was a knockdown. No debate.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
That night, I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, that he should be
The referee letting that slide changed the energy of the fight. And honestly, it might have saved Tank undefeated record.
I think the hardest punch I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Oquendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He a hard hit, motherfucker.
Now here is the twist. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach knew each other from their amateur days. They came from the same DMV region. There was real history there. Maybe Tank thought he already had Roach figured out.
Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about why Roach, because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
But Crawford made it clear this is not the amateurs. The pros hit different. If Gervonta Davis thinks he can coast on reputation, he is in for a rude awakening.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Let us talk about one of the most viral moments from the interview when Crawford questioned why none of the top names in boxing are fighting each other. He dropped names: Teofimo Lopez, Vasyl Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. A dream lineup of super fights just sitting on the shelf. And he called it exactly what it is. Straight up politics.
I think all of them should fight, you know.
I mean, you got Lopez, Teofimo, you got Lomachenko, you got Shakur, you got Tank, you got Garcia. You got 5 guys. That's a nice little.
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney, yeah. You got 6 guys. Don't nobody want to fight nobody?
I don't know. I think they all should, you know, be fighting each other.
So what we got going on?
Politics.
Bro, if Shakur and Haney and Tank, if all of them leave, if they retire with undefeated records, that's some bull jive. That's some straight up, and you know it too, bud. Ain't no way those guys should have undefeated records. If they're out in their prime and they damn near in the same, no, ain't no way.
According to Crawford, if these fighters all retire undefeated without facing each other, it will be the biggest stain on this generation of boxing. If you are at the top, you should be fighting the top. He even admitted, "I am not going to be the only one walking around with a loss." That is a grown man response. It shows someone who values competition more than image. So if Tank is ducking fights to protect his zero, Crawford is already ahead of him in both skill and mindset. It was not just about one fight. Crawford made a few subtle digs that pointed to deeper skepticism. When asked about Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis and the rehydration clause, Crawford broke it down clearly. He said Tank was probably in the right, but the clause still affected Ryan's performance.
Garcia and Tank, they talk about they might fight again, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot made about this rehydration clause. You don't have that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think you have this in this one. So theoretically, he's supposed to come in at 168. Not in the fight, he might be 180, 185. You cool with that? I had sat down with Oscar, and Oscar said he think the rehydration clause had a lot to do with why Ryan didn't defeat Gervonta. What do you think?
I think 2 things. I'm gonna say 3 things. I think Ryan had an injury already previous in training. I think the weight did have an effect on him, because when you see him with Devin, he was totally different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Fighters.
But then he hit everyone with a layered observation. Crawford mentioned how some fighters weigh in at 130 and rehydrate all the way to 165. He did not say Gervonta Davis by name, but everyone knows who he was talking about. Crawford was making a clear point. Modern boxing has too many loopholes and too many ways to game the system. And Tank might be one of the poster boys for that problem. Beyond Tank, Crawford pointed to a bigger issue. The entire division is clogged.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
Nah, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome them.
So many elite fighters and so few real matchups. Everyone is moving strategic. Everyone is playing the long game. But the fans are starving. Crawford brought up Saudi Arabia and the big purses and how money could finally get some of these fighters in the ring. He is willing to travel and willing to take risks and willing to make history. But will Gervonta Davis match that energy?
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Because while Bud is out here calling for real fights, Tank is clinging to exhibition hype, social media drama, and barely clear wins. The difference is obvious. Then he said something that really hit hard. Crawford ended the Tank conversation with a line that made people stop and think. They all know each other. That might sound innocent, but think about it.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him. Who that? The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
I
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, you know, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit win in boxing.
Crawford was pointing out that the top names like Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson have all been in the same circle since the amateur days. They know how each other fights. They know each other weaknesses. So why are they not fighting?
So they know each other so.
Yeah, they all know each other so well. Shakur, Tank, Ryan, you know, Devin, they all know each other, you know.
So is it hard to fight somebody you know?
No, I'm just saying they all know each other. So they know, you know, how to fight each other, how to beat each other and things like that because they didn't fought each other so
right. What do you think about the Devin Haney and the Ryan Garcia fight?
Because maybe they know too much. Maybe Gervonta Davis knows who might have his number, and maybe that is why he is playing it safe. But Crawford is ready for anyone, anytime, anywhere. This interview was not just a jab at Gervonta Davis. It was a wake-up call for the entire sport. Crawford reminded everyone what real champions sound like. He is not ducking. He is not dodging. He is not dressing up wins with PR. He wants the best. He wants the toughest. And he wants it now.